Hello and welcome back to Exothermic Plays Games. I spent all of 2024 doing a daily countdown of my favorite video games of all time, and now I'm back with another installment of my ongoing ranking series where I answer the question, why do I like the WereCleaner? The WereCleaner is a free game. Yes, it's free and on a ton of platforms, including the PC, phone, tablet, or who knows, maybe even TV you're watching this on. So you have no excuse, and it's developed by Howlin' Hugs, a group of game design students at the University of Southern California, and published by USG Games. And in it, you play as Kyle, the most adorable werewolf ever, who just needs to make it to the end of the week to get his paycheck as a corporate office janitor. It's a top-down stealth game through and through, and it's insanely fun. The premise here is that the whole office is required to work mandatory overtime unpaid, coming in for third shifts for 1 week. That's a major problem for Kyle, who apparently does not just wolf out during full moons, but does it every single night. But, you know, he really needs that massive paycheck, totally worth all of this effort, with a whopping $119 for the week. Okay, so maybe Kyle has more problems than just the werewolf thing, like having a heartless bastard for a boss, but don't worry, we'll get to that too. Other than the first level of the game where you don't wolf out because it's not nighttime, you need to go from room to room throughout the office and clean up a certain amount of messes without anyone seeing you. You can wash things away and suck up things with your vacuum. The latter also can spit stuff out, like wadded up papers in order to distract your coworkers, so that's pretty cool. If you're really in a tight spot, you can put a sack over their heads if you're like sneak up behind them, so you can run on by before they can manage to see you as well. And it's really important that they don't see you, because if they panic, you panic, and Kyle has a pretty rough fight or flight response, and by that I mean he goes into a frenzy and just murders, straight up murder immediately, right there on the spot, and then he has to deal with the body, and the only thing he can think to do that is you have to eat the whole thing and leave nothing behind, and then you wash it all away. What makes the game hysterical is when someone sees you doing that, and then you gotta kill them. And then someone sees that, and you have to kill them, and so forth until you eat the entire department. You're not technically punished for this, it just takes up a lot more time, which will hurt your score. So you might be thinking, how in the world is Kyle just getting away with this? And the answer is that he's not. There's a security guard who's onto you and sets up elaborate traps. I don't want to spoil the ending to this game because it's really short and absolutely worth playing, but the conclusion is something. And at a bare minimum, you right some wrongs with the world regarding the CEO that's paying you $119 for a full week of mandatory overtime third shifts. But that's really all that's going on in the WereCleaner. It's a short and simple stealth game with just a handful of levels and goofy characters. I like it a whole lot, and that brings me to the ranking. The WereCleaner is my new 287th favorite game of all time. It's wedged between another over-the-top silly indie project with Cthulhu Saves Christmas at 286, and a big-budget swing and a mostly miss with Lost Odyssey at 288. Some other nearby titles include Joust at 283, Metroid at 291, and Kirby's Dream Land at 293. The WereCleaner is a great game for being free. It's woefully starved of content, which holds it back a lot, and for the most part the levels feel pretty samey, but that didn't stop me from having a really good time with it, and I've replayed several of the levels for some of the achievements, but there's no way I'm going to spend enough time with it to do things like complete every level in record time, or complete every level without ever killing anyone. Oh my god. One thing that may develop as a noticeable pattern for how I play stealth games is that, I am quite lacking in the patience necessary for no-kill runs. For the folks that feel like this is a really low ranking, I want to remind you that I'm pushing 400 titles on this thing, and I actively like every single one of them. There's nothing on here that I don't like, and that's kind of the point of the channel, so don't take this to mean the game isn't good. It is really good, but also just way too short. I'd love to see the same people work on a more fully fleshed out game with the same charm and humor, though preferably with something that has more of a hook than this one's simple premise. But for being a university student project, it's a remarkable achievement. But that's me for today. It's a quick video, but there's more on the horizon, so I'll see you later. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.